Right, yes, we're recording. Still ain't got any new glasses, look. Fucking nightmare, isn't it? When I make my first millions, I'm gonna buy a new pair of glasses. But the reason I'm sitting on the floor will become apparent in a minute. But today's little video, I wanted to explain as simply as possible the role of carbohydrates. Now, I'm not gonna go into it, like I say, I'm gonna try and make it simple so people can get into their head what carbohydrates are and what they do. Now, carbohydrates come in different forms. This is where a lot of the confusion comes from. So you've got simple carbohydrates, which are things like your simple sugar. So anything with sugar in, so sugary drinks, biscuits, chocolate, cakes, sweets, etc., etc. They're your simple carbohydrates. And at the other end of the spectrum, you've got things like porridge oats, you've got sweet potatoes, you've got whole grain rice, and then in the middle of that, you've kind of got things like pasta, white rice, bread, have I said potatoes? If I haven't, potatoes. So you've got the big bulky things that make up like a part of your, sort of like a normal meal, if you like. Meat and two veg, you'll have veg, potatoes, carbohydrates, and a bit of meat. So they're kind of like your carbohydrates. Now, carbohydrates burn and are utilised by the body at different rates. So you've got your sugars, very fast burning. Down to the other end of the spectrum, you've got your porridge oats and your sweet potatoes, etc., which are very slow burning. Now, a lot of people are under the assumption that a calorie is a calorie at the end of the day. If I hit my macros, it doesn't matter where I get them from. Well, let me tell you this, that is bullshit. So if you was to do a little experiment on yourself, say you was to eat, I don't know, say you're on 3,000 calories, if you're a calorie counter, if you're on 3,000 calories a day, if you eat 3,000 calories and a calorie is a calorie, doesn't matter where I get them from, try eating 3,000 calories worth of fucking donuts for a month, and then the next month have 3,000 calories worth of chicken, broccoli and, I don't know, whatever, potatoes. Rice, whatever, you know, you get the meaning. Now, and then you see which month you look better and which month you feel better, and then come back and say to me, a calorie is a calorie, don't matter where it come from. It's bullshit. But anyway, that's a little sideline. What I wanted to do, the reason I'm sitting on the floor and I'm roasting next to this bloody fire, is I wanted to use this fire, fucking sweating, I just come back from a walk with the dogs as well. I want to use this fire to explain roughly how carbohydrates work. Now, this is very simplified, yeah? So bear with me. Now, as I said, sugars are the very fast absorbing stuff. So, demonstrate with this fire. This is your digestive system, your body, yeah, this fire. Bear with me, it will all come clear in a second. This bit of paper represents sugar. Now, what happens when you put sugar into your body? Let me demonstrate. I bet everything's going to fall out of here now because it's quite full. Fucking is as well. You bastard. Oh well, I'll throw that bit on the floor for now. Sugar in there. Okay, apart from burning my hand off. Look, what happens to that? I'm going to shut the door before I set fire to the house. You get a big whoosh of energy from that sugar. Everyone's heard of, oh, I need a sugar rush. That's your sugar rush. As soon as you put that into your system, you get a big whoosh of energy. What's happened to the energy now? It's gone already. That's your sugar low. So what happens when you get the sugar low? You're going to whack a bit more sugar in this. I'm going to open that again, but you get the idea anyway because I'm setting fire to the house. So you get the sugar low, so you want to eat a bit more sugar to get the sugar high again. I mean, let's face it, who has one bit of chocolate, who has one biscuit? You don't, you eat the whole fucking packet, don't you? Well, I do anyway. So that's kind of your sugar. Now, I'm not saying you can't have sugar any time, but what I'm saying is, if you're sitting on your backside watching EastEnders, eating a packet of biscuits, your body is not able to use all that sugar as an energy source because you're sitting on your ass watching EastEnders. If you was running around the park or out on your bike or doing some sort of endurance event, endurance sort of thing, then the chances are your body's going to use all of that sugar. It's straight in the system and your body's using it because you're moving. But if, as I say, if you're sitting on your ass doing nothing, your body's not going to use it. If it doesn't use it, your body's like, well, I've got all this sugar, what the fuck am I going to do with this? Store it as body fat. So that's why it'll have to do something with it. So it'll simply store it as body fat. So on the other end of the scale, if you look at things like your complex carbs, your porridge oats, your rice, your sweet potatoes are like a really slow burning one. A sweet potato or a rice is more like that. That is a lump of coal. Now, I'm not going to throw that on the fire for the reason I've outlined, plus that will take quite a bit of time to demonstrate what I'm on about, because that will burn really, really slowly, as I'm sure most of you are aware. Now, because that burns really, really slowly, it's giving, that coal is going to burn really slowly, it's going to give off heat, a nice steady heat, not like the paper, whoosh, gone. It's going to give off a nice steady heat, a sustained release of energy. So that's your porridge oats, your potatoes, your rice in your body. It's going to give you a sustained energy. So if you are sitting down, you're not going to be wanting to use all that energy in one go. It's going to give it over 2 or 3 hours or whatever. So you don't keep putting a bit of coal on the fire, then another bit of coal on the fire, then another bit of coal on the fire. Once the fire's going, you put a bit of coal on the fire every hour, every couple of hours, because that's how long it takes to die down. So try and base your diet on more complex carbohydrates, like your rice, potatoes, sweet potatoes, porridge oats type of thing, plenty of veg, and try and limit the amount of simple sugars for the reason outlined. So that's pretty much all I wanted to say on that. So if you've got any comments or suggestions, so my back is going to be red raw because I'm sitting next to this bloody fire, then leave a comment below. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe. If you're not watching on YouTube, go to YouTube, click on or search for Gymnutrition, and you'll be my friend forever if you subscribe to my channel. I've only just put the channel up about a week ago, so we'll see how it goes with that one anyway. Anyway, you get the gist. Thanks for watching. See you soon.